Uh, how are you today? I hope we're all doing good. I'm sure we're doing pretty good. First, I'm going to say Eid Mubarak to all Muslims all over the world. Happy Eid Mubarak to you. And also, I would also like to say Happy African Day to all Africans all over the world. Happy African Days. It's good to be back online today, another week. But today, I just want to share with you a little bit about opportunity. Yeah, opportunity in terms of business opportunity, in terms of business exchange. That's what we're going to share today. And at the same time, for those who are looking into real estate, like I said, if you own the land, or you know someone that owns the land, you're trying to figure out what you need to do about it, you can always give me a call or drop me a message on Facebook. And also, I would like to take this opportunity to thank my follower, my friends, who takes their time, because time is very important, to watch my video all the time. Please, at the same time, take the time to subscribe. It's free. You don't need to spend no cent. It's free. Subscribe and share. We're all trying to share opinion. You know what I mean? We're trying to share ideas. We're using this this lockdown time, to share more, to motivate ourselves, to boost our moral in terms of to wake our spirit. Well, we cannot let coronavirus to kill our spirit. No, we have to boost our spirit. Yeah. So today, I just want to share some opportunity, and I would like to share some ideas. You see, like I say, the world is getting totally changed this time. You see, economic itself, it's down everywhere. But for now, no one is looking at that, because at the moment we are looking at coronavirus. But economic itself is dead at the moment, and at the same time, the world superpowers, which gonna be between United States and China, they're having a trade war. You know what I mean by trade war? War, it's war. But war comes in different categories. We have a war whereby the military have to go with the rifles by shooting. That's in one category. We have a war, meaning it can be diplomatic. Meaning, if the two countries having issue and it becomes diplomatic, nothing is working, no relationship, you cannot travel with, if you're having those, let's say your country is having problem with another country. So based on this, if diplomatic, both countries cannot travel to each country, they could not do anything, so it's still war. Yeah, but that's not the kind of war that is happening right now. But the war now, it's trade war, meaning China, it's a big economic powerhouse, America, it's a big economic powerhouse. But these two countries, they're having a trade war, a serious trade war. It's been there for some time, but it's getting serious now. Yeah? And these two countries, the only continent now, these two countries are focusing right now is Africa. Because Africa is their biggest consumer continent. 100% of what China produces today from China, 70% end up in Africa. 100% of what American produce today in America, 50 to 60% end up in China. So I believe people looking, that's the reason why United Nations is predicting Africa is going to be the next economic powerhouse by 2050. So Africa, it's a continent. I just want most of my Asian friends and Americans that don't know much about Africa to know a little bit about Africa today. Yeah? Africa is a continent whereby we have north, south, west, east, central Africans. Even in this continent, they don't speak the same language. Everybody have different dialects. Even in one country, Africa is about 50, if I'm right, 53 or 54 countries in between. 53 or 54. So in a continent where you have 54 country or 53 country, and they don't speak the same language. It's not everybody. We have in the West, we have, I think in the West, 80% of West Africa, they are French colonized. So their official language is French in the West. But same in the West, we have English-speaking country like Nigeria, Liberia, Ghana, in the West. But mostly in the West, they are more French colonized. They speak French as official language. You talk of country like Niger Republic, Benin, Togo, Cameroon, Ivory Coast. You talk of Gambia. Gambia, I think Gambia is an English speaking country. Then you talk about North Africa, where we have Arab, like Morocco, Egypt, Tunisia, Libya, Mauritania. Yeah. You talk about Central Africa, where we have Kenya, Tanzania, Sudan. You talk about South Africa. Most people in Asia, they don't even know South Africa. There's many countries in Southern Africa. South Africa is a country inside Southern Africa, because in South Africa we have South Africa, we have Zimbabwe, we have Namibia, we have Lesotho, we have Zambia in South Africa. So what I'm trying to say here today, especially my friends who are not from Africa, my followers who are not from Africa, I'm just giving you an opportunity, and I'm trying to enlighten you more about Africa. You see, all fingers are not the same. I want you to understand one thing: all fingers are not the same. I got 5 fingers in my hands, but they are not the same. And in a family, when you have children, you don't expect all children attitude to be like the parent. It's impossible. Some attitude will be different, but you cannot reject that children that is not your children because of their attitude. You just have to encourage them. Most people look Africa in different form, but I'm just trying to explain a little bit I knew. You see, Africa is not that bad the way people think Africa is bad. Yeah, but I'm not saying we don't have bad people in Africa. We have bad, we have good. Everywhere in the world, even in America, even in Asia, even in Europe, you have good, you have bad. Yeah. So, but we should not, because of one bad person did something bad, and think the whole Africa is bad. No, it's not right, and it's not helping the economy of the country. Because in a country where even China today, their big market is Africa. America big market is Africa. So I believe in Asia, we have growing up country in Asia that produce unique things that Africa needs. But because of the mindset of what they had about Africa, it makes people think, oh, Africa. No, it's wrong. In fact, I don't want to use the word Africa. You see, when somebody did something, maybe it's not above the law outside, yeah, it's an Africa by continent. But I believe he have his passport. By nationality, he should be named by his nationality. Like, so person did something that is wrong and he was caught, let it be knew by his nationality and by his name. Because by we using the word Africa, it means that person is from the whole Africa. And the reason why I'm saying this, I'm just using this as an opportunity, especially to my Asians, friends, followers. Yeah? You see, Africa is the big marketplace today, because in Asia there's so many competition. You talk about Indomie. Indomie is from Indonesia. 60% of African eat Indomie noodles every day. But if you go to Malaysia, Malaysia have a variety, different brand, different taste, starting from Maggi, starting from Mani, that to me, which I feel the taste is better than Indomie. I don't know to other people, but because Africa only know of Indomie. Indomie has been there for almost 10 years or more. So they have used to the taste. So they don't know there is anything called Maggi or called Mami. Yeah. So that's why I'm using this opportunity, because you see now, because of this coronavirus and economic breakdown, now I know a lot of industrial are looking for a way out. Because in a country whereby you produce and your target is to export outside, and when you say export outside, you are producing from Asia, there's a limit you can bring to America, because America also have similar to your product. Even they believe their standard is better than you, because they are first world while you are third world. Or in a country like Australia, not everything can go into Australia. You have to go through the rule and regulation. If you qualify based on your requirements and based on your lab tests and your certificate that what you're producing, it's good for their people before you can come in. So every country have this too. Africa also have those rule and regulation. But the opportunity I'm trying to share today, if you think you have a product and you're based in Asia, or you have any family member that have a product, consumable product, anything consumable, and you are looking African market, look, as long you have all the requirements for African government to approve your product, you're always welcome. Africa is a big market. For the next 50, 100 years now, Africa is going to be the big consumable marketplace. America knows that. China knows that. And that's why they are having their trade war. So for those Asian countries, because when it comes to industrial, I respect Asian. You are very good. I respect you. So I'm giving you opportunity now. For those that knows me now, and you that knows someone, this is the time now. But if you want to go in Africa too, we have to follow the rule and regulation. We have to follow government. You see, corruption everywhere. But sometimes we business people, we are the one making things difficult. You see, if you have a product, if you follow by the book, you follow by the regulation, and we go by the test. Because African government are not stupid. They know you are coming to make money, and at the same time you are coming to generate opportunity for those that don't have job. And government can make taxes from you, from your factory or from your product. So government is willing to allow you to come in. But if you want a fast way, whereby you don't want to go through the rule and regulation, you want to pay by under table money, so that means we are the one corrupting the government officials. So my brothers and sisters, especially Asia, America, if you have a product, or you have a family, friends, or you have any product, you're looking into African market, this is the time for you now. This is the time. This is the time. The consumers are there. The market waiting for you. By you producing from America, from Asia, then you have to ship to Africa. Look, at the end of the day, that's why the cost price getting high. And you remember one thing, your product is coming from Asia. And Africa knew when you compare Asian product with American or Europe, then believe American Europe standard is higher than Asia. You cannot compare China product with European market or American market. But maybe quality is the same quality, but based on where it's coming from, you cannot compare. But if the price becomes same, you cannot beat America or European market in Africa because they have used to it for years. So my advice to any Asia industrial that are willing to come into Africa, look, one opportunity you have is this. Same in Asia, land is expensive. African land too is expensive. But if you have a good partner, either from government or from private, that knew what you're coming in to do, it's something that is going to benefit everybody, they are willing to give your land, to give their land to you as their partner. So you are not paying for land. They save you money of you buying land. All you just need to do, you bring your machinery You bring, maybe you don't even need to ship people from Asia down there. Just bring 3-4 people as your manager, people in charge. Manpower in Africa is cheap. You bring your machine, the raw material is there. So you've saved a lot. You've saved money from shipping, because from Asia, from Malaysia and Singapore, if you have to ship 20-feet container to Africa, it's going to cost about $5,500. That was before coronavirus. Since coronavirus, I've not shipped anything. But before then, every month I ship things. So every month I pay $5,500 for 20-feet container. If I'm shipping 40-feet container, that's about $11,000. So now coronavirus is in for the past 4 months now. I've not shipped anything. I've not even asked what's the price like. If airline price can be higher, so I believe shipping price also is going to be higher now. So what my advice now, what I'm trying to tell you now, let's assume 20-feet container is $5,500, and you have to pay custom, you have to pay clearance, you have to pay loading, you have to pay transport from the port to the warehouse, you know. So when you put all these costs together with your price, you see the price is going to be high in Africa, and Africa feel, oh, the price is high. So I'm using this opportunity to share with you, if you have a product, look, you can start small. You are not the first industrial in Africa. We have big companies from Europe, from America, from Japan, from Korea in Africa. So I'm talking about especially the Southeast Asians, you know, or even America, you know. You see, if you start small, you can start with small industrial. And in that African country, you, based on your volume of your production, will determine how bigger you can go in that country. Instead of we waiting 1 year, 2 years to get approved from the government, is our lab certificate, is our lab test has been approved, is you know, because it takes time. You see, when you have a product, let's say F&B, food and beverage, yeah, anything has to do with food that comes to stomach, anything has to do with makeup that comes with skin. Government believe there is some chemical or there is some recipe that make these things become what it is. But the government also is trying to protect its people. You see, if you give me a product now and you want me to help you to bring to Africa, to bring is not a problem. I want most industrial to understand this. I'm taking this video today especially for industrial people that are willing to want to go to African market. I'm just trying to enlighten you. You know, there is step you have to take. Yeah, and if you feel you have a good product, a good quality, yeah, you want to establish in Africa, you want to have your industry in Africa, yeah, call me, we can do things together. Even if you're looking for partnership, we can work as partnership to have industry in Africa. One thing I want you to understand is this, yeah, you see, anything you produce in one country, Africa have 53 or 54 countries, yeah, let me say 53 countries, yeah, or 54 countries, yeah, and you are producing in one country, yeah. Look, if your product is good, your marketing is strong, yeah, your quality is good, you can control the whole, your product can circulate the whole 54 countries in Africa. And if you feel you still want to make more, from Africa you can export your products to Europe country, European Union, because we are more close. You see, it takes me just 6 hours to fly from Africa to any part of Europe, either UK or France. Just 6 hours. But it takes African 18 hours to fly from Africa to Asia. I'm even talking of Malaysia or Singapore or Cambodia, yeah, or Thailand, yeah. If you're talking of China, maybe after transit another 3, 4, 5 hours. So imagine that. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say here is this: if you have a product, a unique product, look, and you want to go international, and you're looking into African market. African population right now is 1.111 billion consumers. And United Nations predicts 2050 the population is going to be double. So if it's going to be double, that will be by in 30 years from now, the population is going to be 2.322 billion population. That's why China and America are fighting their trade war, because it's not to colonize. We don't need no more colonize in Africa, yeah, but they are fighting to control economy, which is going to be the big share of economy. But African government is open for everybody, as long as you have anything unique for the people. You don't bring product, because I have a meeting with some people, and I just want people to understand this. You have a product that has to do, you have a product that has to, to probably maybe it has, like maybe food and beverage, anything that it's something that you have to eat or you have to drink. It's a big reach without getting the right approval, because when I bring the product to Africa without going through normal registration, which is everywhere, all over country have the same rule and regulation, and even the product need to be taken to the lab test. In Africa, the government need to take it to the lab. They have to test it. Is this product okay for my people? So when they feel it's okay in the lab, there's no problem, everything is okay, then the product can be in the market. People can buy. But in a case whereby you don't want to go through government rule and regulation, you want to pay on the table money, or we call it coffee money, yeah, which is considered corruption, right? And you do that, and someone probably hits having his own health problem before taking the product. Probably he was sick, and and he took the product, and that period he wasn't feeling well, or he just passed on. Look, if the government find out he take our product, and the product has not been approved in the market, it's not going to be easier, either for who is your distributor or who is your buyer. Even your company can be sued international. So I'm taking this advantage. Now Africa is open. The door is open. Yeah? I'm not trying to tell you I have on my link in the whole Africa, but out of 54 countries, I can assure you I have a strong connection from the top, at least 15 to 20 countries in Africa. When you talk of 15 to 20 countries in Africa, especially China or America or Europe. When you talk of 54 countries in Africa, when to them they're only interested in one country, which is Nigeria, because of the population, 200 million population, and that's my first top contact. So if you have a product, I will advise, instead of you thinking of shipping and pay costs for shipping, pay costs for clearing, pay costs for custom, and the price becoming higher, why don't we think of we have a start with small industrial there? It costs you nothing. You only cost your factory machinery. Manpower is cheap in Africa. Very, very cheap. Manpower is cheap in Africa. Minimum wage is it's affordable in Africa to pay. So you can move your Africa is safe. But before, I'm just giving an opinion. You can always go online to check more information about Africa, because this is the right time. I'm taking this opportunity, especially my friends, my followers, those that have family that's in business, that you want to start something in Africa. Even you want to have a cafe, or you want to have even if you want to have a pastry, a cake, a unique cake, something unique, something that have international standard. It's all money. Even mineral water, because Africa consume 80% of Africa. Things we consume every day is coming from overseas. For the past 6-7 months, for the past 3 months, 4 months now, since this coronavirus now, the whole port have been shut down. So, and they are not they don't have industrial, but most industrial there. That's why you see in Africa, when somebody have one small factory, it become rich, because no competition. So please, my brothers and sisters, this is the chance for you. This is an opportunity for you, because we don't know how long this China-American trade war is going to be for long. So for you that feel for now you have a product, it's difficult to go into America, or it's difficult to go to China, or it's difficult to go to Australia or Europe. Yeah, I didn't say Africa is a dumb place to dump, but as long as you have a good quality and you go through the requirement, you go through the normal process, and we do the normal necessary things we have to do, but we encourage you, it's always good to have industry in Africa. Africa government now is open. If you have your industrial, your daily money, as long as you are paying government taxes, you are paying your manpower, you don't have problem with your manpower, you're paying your taxes, whatever you're making can always be transferred back to where you come from in Asia. That's the reason why a lot of China are living in Africa. Many Chinese live in Africa today. They cannot speak English, but they are making millions every day. They are making millions every day. And they have African people working for them. So if Chinese can go there, make money back to China. So my brothers and sisters in other Asian area. So if China could do that, have a casino, have hotel, have these, bring products there, make money. What makes you cannot do same? So we should not look Africa the other way around. That's why I said all fingers are not the same. Yeah? In a family where you have children, you don't expect your children to have the same attitude like the parent. Some attitude will be same like the parent, one attitude will be different, but you cannot reject that children. It's still your baby, it's still your children. So in Africa, we have some people good, we have some people bad. Yeah. But if you meet the right people, Africa is the best place to do business. Africa is growing fast. Africa is number one. China, 70% of anything China produces today is Africa. That's why China now, they don't wait for African to come to buy. China go there now to produce there for them. I've seen in Africa, China open a bakery where they sell bread. Bread. In fact, I told myself I was stupid because I want to eat bread. I went to a state, I went to a province, from the city. I have a meeting in the province, and I was in the hotel, and I told the driver that I feel like I want to eat bread. Where can I get fresh bread? It doesn't mean, but fresh. It doesn't matter. I have to be still hot from oven. Yeah, just fresh, not expire. Still the taste is still there. And there's so many shops I can buy bread. So many shops in front of my hotel. I can buy bread anywhere. So many, And the driver told me, oh, there's this place. The bread is special. And I asked him to take me there. Just because the bread, every 3 hours, they make a fresh one. So it's still hot. You won't believe it. I thought, okay, yeah. Do you know I queue for 1 hour? There's almost around 2 to 300 people on queue. In fact, I supposed queue more than 1 hour because it's my driver who went to tell the security, like, look, you have to see, he's not staying here. He just want to taste the bread. So is there any way you can get it? So when the security went to talk to one of the staff, and they have to find a way to just pull me out from the queue. But what I'm trying to tell you is this: because the bread is fresh in that community, they have so many bakery. But because it's China producing the bread and it's fresh, we have people buying in retails. You see, let's say they produce 1,000 bread now. 1,000 bread. I mean bread. Yeah. Let's say they produce 1,000 bread now. We have some people, they already book for retails. Maybe they already book 90% of that 1,000. They will just come with their car. They will now take it to their own store to sell. So those people on queue now, they can only lucky can get the remaining 10%. So the queue have to keep growing and growing. And I told myself, because I want to eat bread, I have to queue for 1 hour. So you see, anything you produce in Africa, as long as it's unique, the quality is there, African will buy. African will buy. And remember, Africa have a lot of natural resources in Africa. So there is things you produce. You talk of you doing Texas. Africa have a lot of cotton wool. All you just need to do, you just need to partner with the farm that can supply you cotton wool you produce. There is a lady from America. She's from America. She met some Africans. And she asked them, why are you here in America? And they say to her, they are here for opportunity. And she asked them, there is no opportunity in Africa? And they said, no opportunity. Okay, fine. So now, she saved $10,000. She tried to study about Africa, get more information. Then she flew to Nigeria with $10,000. She didn't stay in the city. She went to a province. She bought a land for around $2,000 or $3,000 in the province. Then she started planting tomatoes. Yeah, she started planting tomatoes. She started with $10,000 then. But today, she wrote on another article that an African told her they came to America looking for opportunity. but she find the opportunity in Africa. Today, she's one of the biggest tomato export, local supply. She have more than 500 staff working in the farm, in the factory. Now what she did, when the tomato grow, she cut the tomato, she have a factory, she from fresh tomato become packing tomato like a paste. She export back to America. So please take this opportunity. This is the time you have, if you are in business, this is the time you have to look into Africa. The area Africa is looking at right now, you talk of education, especially the rich Africa, their children study overseas. But I think since this coronavirus, I don't think nobody wants to take the risk to send their children overseas anymore. So if you have any good package in terms of international school, university, hospital, many Africa fly to Dubai, fly to India, fly to Europe, fly to Thailand for medical checkup, But I don't think since this coronavirus now, I believe a lot of things going to change. So this are the area you should look into. Industrial area, anything has to do with food and beverage. You talk of baby care, African produce baby every day. That's why we have large population, You see the max, the first max, When they first start, every day I got call from Africa, containers. Yeah, I have an order, but there is no supply because China also don't want to sell. They want to make sure they give to their own people. See what is happening in America. Even as big as America don't have enough face masks. They have to depend on China. And they're having trade war. So when this corona, I got called every day, containers, but where to supply? China is not willing to sell them. Now people want to buy. Now China is calling me now. Yes, we want to supply. Africa now is not ready to buy no more because now they are smart now. They don't have the machine to produce the face mask. But you see, this is Indonesian batik. This is Indonesian traditional batik. In Africa, they have something similar to this. It's our traditional. It's called Ankara. Same, just that same way of same. Just but this is batik. But if Africa don't know it's batik, they think this is Ankara. So what Africa are doing now? They are making face masks out of Ankara, and it's so unique. In fact, I have a friend who lives in the US. He tell me he buy from Africa, bring to US. You see now they are willing to learn because they don't have the machine to produce the face mask. So now they realize it's face mask is all about just protect yourself from someone in front of you. So they try to make it like a tailoring, like a normal, like you take to tailor to make this for you, and it's so unique. So if you have any product, anything good that I know Asia have a lot of good products, So and you are looking to African market, this is the only way, in a unique way, and you need a good contact. I didn't say everybody you meet is right to take you there. I'm not saying that, But if you have a very good contact and you go by the real way, look, Africa, we don't bite people. Africa is unique as Dubai. Africa is unique as London. Africa is unique as Kuala Lumpur. Every country in Africa have embassy. So maybe your own country embassy is not there, but there will be a country who represent your embassy for you. So if they can be there, I don't see reason why it's safe. The city is always safe. because they have a lot of international expat trade. If you go to African today, the population of China in African today, there is some area you go, you think you are in China. So my brothers and sisters, I'm taking this opportunity. Everybody have something, or if you don't have, try to create something. And if you're looking for a big number of consumer, you are interested in Africa, look, this is the time now. In any product you have, the only way you can be millionaire in your product is by you controlling a population. Let me give you Nigeria 200 million. If you can have 10% of the country in what you are producing locally for the country, 10% of the country, what are we talking about? That's large. You are not making money. You are printing money every day. So my brothers and sisters, I just want to say to just share this opportunity with you. And for my African brothers and sisters, like you all know, always remember, real estate, real estate, real estate. Get the land, and let's do something. I have something that can save you money, can save you time, can save you costs, unique and good quality. It's really nice talking to you again. I hope to, I'm going to share with you next week. I try to do it every week. Please don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube. And if you have any information or you have something you want to share with me, you can always drop me your WhatsApp number on my Facebook page. Yeah, we can always talk to one-on-one, to share ideas, what we can do. And for you people outside Africa, they are willing to going into Africa. Like I told you, the area Africa is looking at now is education, hospital, hospitalities, industrial, consumable product. Yeah, you can always contact me. We can always sit down together. We can always see how we can make things work together. Yeah, so together we can do it. So please stay safe and stay blessed, and see ya.